Here we go. Well, friends, welcome to Monday night again. This is Monday, November the 4th, 2024, the day before Election Day here in the United States, one of the more interesting days of the year. And we've got 8 of us on the show tonight, and I know we have at least a couple of people out there listening because they wanted to ask me specifically about how to do it. So this is being broadcast on my personal page, on my Dan Mack page, and it will be uploaded to the Dan Mack Presents Facebook page and onto Dan Mack Presents on YouTube as soon as the show is over. So if you miss us as we are live, you can always catch it later. So welcome once again, and here we are. I'm going to be playing a couple tunes for you, and then we've got the rest of our show with the rest of our stars. We are glad to welcome back a couple of folks we haven't seen for a while, and welcome back always the people that we love to see as every week or every couple of weeks when we can. So, and a special thanks go out to Mike Rocke, who is always my right-hand man and helping out with technical difficulties and making things as technically difficult for us as possible. Oh, wait a minute, that's not what I meant. So, no. Now, Mike, you're going to have to tell us where you are tonight when it's yours, because I forgot to ask you earlier. You've got a nice scene behind you. I am here in my new abode at the Carnegie in Gaithersburg. So, all right, so it's time for us to get started. It's time for me to actually play some music for you. And I will spotlight myself. Here I am. All right. This first tune is one by Tom Paxton, who wrote this in the 60s. And if someone else has performed this recently on the show, I sort of think somebody did, but I forget when it was or who it was, so I'm just going to do it anyway and just pretend this is the first time you've heard it for a while. This has been recorded by hundreds of people, I believe, and I heard this from Tom Paxton himself when I met him at the Swananoa gathering a few years ago. He said that he was performing in the United Kingdom, and he was playing the song. Somebody was saying something about the song, and when he said something about that he wrote it, they said, no, that's a traditional song. It has been so well known over the world for so many years now that people think it's a traditional tune. But Tom Paxton wrote it, and I hope that he gets all the credit he deserves, because it's a great tune. It's called Last Thing on My Mind. It's a lesson too late for the learning, made of sand, made of sand. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning in your hand, in your hand. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. You got reasons aplenty for going, this I know, this I know. For the weeds have been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. I lie in my bed in the morning without you, without you. Every song in my breast dies a-bornin without you, without you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Well, I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know, that was the last thing on my mind. That was the last thing on my mind. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. If you look up that song on Wikipedia, you'll see a list of about, I don't know, 100 or more people who have recorded that tune, and that's just the beginning. The first name on there, interestingly enough, was Bill Anderson. Bill Anderson is joining us tonight. However, I don't think it's the same Bill Anderson.
I'll take credit for it. That's okay.
Well, that was kind of like his song "Bottle of Wine." When he went to
Yeah.
France, Graham Allwright from New Zealand had already brought it there, been like 11 years earlier. And so they told him, "Oh, you're not singing it right.
Right. That's great.
You got the wrong lyrics."
I love it. That's cool. Among the people that have recorded that was the Grateful Dead, which I thought was kind of interesting. All the rest that I saw were either unfamiliar to me or looked like folky types. So now it's time to try to pull off a little finger picking here with my still numb fingers. We'll see how I do on this. This is a piece by Francisco Tárrega called Lágrima, which means tear in Spanish. Lágrima by Tárrega. Thank you. Thank you, friends. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And so now it is time for us to bring everybody back into the picture here. And it is also time for us to turn the stage or the microphone or the pixels over to Mr. Larry Johansen, who is another fingerstyle player of great renown amongst this open mic. So what you got for us tonight, Larry?
Hey, thanks, Dan. Well, I was thinking last Thursday was a rather eventful day. We all know it as Halloween. And I was trying to think, what can I do that kind of relates to Halloween? And I was hearkening back and what have you. Anyway, I'm resurrecting a piece that's kind of strange. And by the way, that's the name of the piece, Strange. and it's by Leo Kottke. So it's a little bit of a interesting piece, and you'll see how it is kind of strange here in a minute. Okay. Yeah. As I said, kind of strange.
That was beautiful, though. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. That was from his album Guitar Music, I think about 1978 or somewhere around then. And nice piece that I actually got from John Stropes at UW Milwaukee from a summer Leo Kottke guitar workshop that he did. So anyway, strange, but that kind of provides a nice segue because we have another event that's happening mañana, tomorrow. This election that's going on, and I have to say it has been a little bit strange, but I wanted to go on a little different tact here with that and hearken back to a former era of elections and things that happened during elections and what have you. And this is actually, in my background experience, was a campfire song way back when I was in high school. It was probably popularized by the Kingston Trio. Anyway, I'll get on with it. It has a little entry piece that goes with it, and the rest of it will be pretty obvious. If you don't recognize it from the entry piece, you're not as old as I am, so there. Here we go. These are the times that try men's souls. In the course of our nation's history, the people of Boston have rallied bravely whenever the rights of men have been threatened. Today we have a new crisis. It has arisen. The Metropolitan Transit Authority, better known as the MTA, is attempting to levy a burdensome tax on the population in the form of a subway fare increase. Citizens, hear me out. This could happen to you. Let me tell you about a story about a man named Charlie on a tragic and fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket, kissed his wife and family, went to ride on the MTA. Charlie handed in his dime at the Kendall Square station, and he changed for Jamaica Plain. When he got there, the conductor told him one more nickel. Charlie could not get off of that train. Did he ever return? No, he never returned. Spade still unlearned. Maybe right forever in the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Now all night long Charlie rides through the station crying, what will become of me? How can I afford to see my sister in Chelsea or my son that's in Roxbury? Charlie's wife goes down to the Scully Square station every day at 2:15. And through the open window she hands Charlie a sandwich as the train comes a-rumbling through. Oh, will he ever return? No, he never returned. Spade still unlearned. He may ride forever with the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Now you citizens of Boston, don't you think it's a scandal how the people have to pay and pay? Fight the fare increase, vote for George O'Brien, get Charlie off the MTA, or else he'll never return. No, he'll never return. Spade still unlearned, and he'll ride forever with the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. 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 A to Charlie. Thank you.
Thanks, Larry. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a. I used to play that tune in a band years and years ago, and when it was still not that far from being on the radio. So that was a good one.
Yeah, that is a fun one.
Yeah.
And it's political, but it's not going to get anybody upset with me. So.
Right. Yeah. Nobody even knows what party George was with, I guess, do they? So.
Let's see. Wanted to raise the fares with that. Well, never mind.
All right. Well, thanks, Larry. It's
Sure.
all right, now it's time for us to make our way over to our banjo man, Mr. Bruce Hendrickson.
Okay.
What you got for us tonight, Bruce?
Okay, tonight I've got a song that Aussie songwriter John Schumann took and walked and talked to a lot of Vietnam veterans from Australia, Vietnam veterans in Australia, and he came up with this song that Red Gum performed, and it's about guys that return. You know, the Vietnam guys that returned. They're veterans, but they left something behind in ways. And the interesting thing is, I tried to find a lot of songs about veterans specifically. There are very few. You get the ones about the guys that died over there and all that good business, but you know, none of the. It's called "I Was Only 19." Mom and Dad and Benny saw the passing out parade at Pacapuno. It was a long march from cadets. The 6th Battalion was the next to tours. We who drew the card, we did Panagra and Showalter before we walked. Townsville marked on the footpath as we marched down to the quay. This picture from the paper shows us young and strong and clean. Here's me with me slouch and me SLR and greens. God help me, I was only 19. Bumped out riding shoulds to the dust before we touched. I've been in and out of choppers now for months. And we made our tents a home BB and pin-ups on our lockers and an Asian orange sunset through the scrub. Can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? Nighttime's just a jungle dark and a barking M16. What's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me, I was only 19. A 4-week operation will be be your last one on 2 legs. It was a war within yourself. But you wouldn't let your mates down till they had your constant pop. So you closed your eyes and thought about something else. And then someone yelled contact and the bloke behind me swore. And we hooked in there for hours, then a God Almighty roared. And Frankie kicked the mine that they made time, kicked the moon. God help me, he was going home in June. And I can still see Frankie drinking titties in the Grand Hotel on a 36-hour wreck we didn't look down. And I can still hear Frankie lying screaming in the jungle till the morphine came and killed the bloody row. And the Anzac legends didn't mention blood and tears. The stories that my father told me never seemed quite real. Caught some pieces in my neck I never even feel. God help me, I was only 19. Can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? And why the Channel 7 chopper chills me to my feet? And what's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me, I was only 19. Veterans Day is next Monday, by the way. And there are a lot of us veterans out there, and sometimes, whatever. Anyway, tomorrow is a scary day as well. But I'm going to do something I did just a short while ago. And if you guys haven't voted out there, I want you to really think about this one. It was written originally by Florence Reese, and a lot of people covered, among them Pete Seeger. All of you good workers, good news to you I'll tell. Of how the good old Union has come in here to dwell. Which side are you on? Which side are stick with the Union till every battle's won. Which side are you on? 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 Hey, throughout the country, you can't be neutral here. You're either for democracy or for a dictator. Which side are you on? 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 Oh, people, can you stand it? Or tell me if you can. You're either for democracy, you're either. Will you vote for fascism for your fellow man? Which side are you on? 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 Beware of the Trumpists, don't listen to their lies. Those poor folks haven't got a chance unless we organize. Which side are you on? 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 Shoulder to shoulder, by hoping we will stand. If they can save our democracy and our freedom. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Thank you, Bruce. Maybe we can have no sides one of these days. It would just be just us. That would be a good thing. This says my internet connection is unstable. So
Yes, you froze for just a second there.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I don't know why that should be. It's supposed to be a really strong connection here, but hopefully we won't die in the middle of the show. So, just in case, I wonder if I should make you the host. Well, if I make you the host, Mike, then
As co-host, if you cash out, I'll still be here.
okay, it just will stop recording on my computer. So
That's true. The recording will stop,
okay,
and there's nothing I can do about that unless I start up my own recording.
okay. All right, cool. Well, so we're taking care of it in that case. So, in that hopefully unlikely event, we will keep on going and listen to Mr. Rob Ficke, who has got some good stuff for us as usual tonight, I am sure. What's going on tonight with you, Rob?
So here's a couple of fall-themed songs, or at least a few references to fall. Can you hear this guitar all right?
Yes, I can hear it fine.
Yeah,
Everybody else okay?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Sit by my side, come as close as the air, sharing a memory of gray, and wonder in my words, and dream about the pictures that I play of changes. Green leaves of summer turn red in the fall, brown into yellow they fade, and then they have to die, trapped within the circle time parade of changes. Moments of magic will glow in the night. All fears of the forest are gone, but when the morning breaks, they're swept away by golden drops of dawn of changes. Passions will part to a strange melody, as fires will sometimes burn cold, like petals in the wind. We're puppets to the silver strings of soul, oh, holes of changes. Your tears will be trembling, now we're somewhere else. One last cup of wine we will pour. I'll kiss you one more time and leave you on the rolling river shore of changes.
Thanks, Rob. Whose song is that?
It's Phil Oakes.
Oh, Phil Oakes, of course. Thank you.
All right, here's another song with some fall references here by Johnny Cash. At my door the leaves are falling, the cold wild wind will come. Sweethearts walk by together, and I still miss someone. I go out on a party and look for a little fun, but I find a darkened corner, 'cause I still miss someone. No, I never got over those blue eyes. I see them everywhere. I miss those arms that held me and all the love we shared. I wonder if she's sorry for leaving what we begun. There's someone for me somewhere, and I still miss someone. I never got over those blue eyes. I see them everywhere. I miss those arms that held me and all the love we shared. I wonder if she's sorry for leaving what we'd begun. There's someone for me somewhere, and I still miss someone.
Thanks, Rob. A couple of lovely songs there. That's a classic Johnny Cash tune.
Good one for this time of year.
Yeah, definitely.
And I will say that Tom Paxton song you did earlier, Rob does it all the time. I don't know the last time he did it with us here, though.
Well, that must be what I'm thinking of then, Phil. All right, so we're just a bunch of folkies around here, I guess.
Yeah. Do you want to advertise before or after I go?
Oh, well, now's as good a time as any, I suppose.
Okay.
So Mike is helping me to present my case for you guys to chip in out there. You anybody out there listening can help support the open mic and help me pay for my Zoom professional subscription that I just had to re-up for, and for Verizon and all that good stuff that it goes into making this thing. And here's how you do it. You find my email address, dan@danmackmusic.com, on PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, and you can contribute in any amount that you like. Over 1 cent. I don't think that they take farthings these days. So, but we'll accept anything you got, and if it's not within your capabilities of doing that right now, then that's okay too. So we will continue to do this show one way or the other. And so with all that being said, we will turn the show over to Mr. Mike Rocke, who is going to be playing something cool for us tonight, as he always does.
Well, we shall see. I just got a couple of songs, I guess, past political type things. This one has just always been a fun song for me, so. My father is a doctor, he's a family man. My mother works for charity whenever she can. They're both good, clean Americans who abide by the law. They both stick up for liberty and they both support the war. My happiness was paid for when they laid their money down for summers in a summer camp and winters in the town. My future in the system was talked about and planned, but I gave it up for music and the free electric band. I went to school in hand-wash shirts with neatly oiled hair. The school was big and newly built and filled with light and air. And the teachers taught us values that we had to learn to keep. And they clipped the ear of many idle kids that went to sleep. My father organized for me a college in the East, but I went to California, the sunshine and the beach. My parents and my lecturers could never understand why I gave it up for music and the free electric band. But I used to sit and speculate upon their son's career, a lawyer or a doctor or a civil engineer. Just give me bread and water, put a guitar in my hand, 'cause all I need is music and the free electric band. My father sent me money and I spent it very fast on a girl I met in Berkeley in a social science class. Yes, and we learned about her body, but her mind we didn't know, until deep-rooted attitudes and morals began to show. She wanted to get married even though she never said, but I knew her well enough by now to see inside her head. She'd settled for suburbia and a little patch of land, so I gave her up for music and the free electric band. Free electric band. Yeah, yeah, the free electric band.
Whose tune is that, Mike?
That was Albert Hammond. and I forget the other guy who wrote it with him. Interesting thing enough about it, Free Electric Band was done with acoustic guitar and strings.
That's too good.
All right, so here's a Merle Haggard song that I always like when elections come up. This is always one that I like to carry on with. There's a big brown cloud in the city, and the countryside's a sin, and the price of life is too high to give up, gotta come down again. When the worldwide war is over and done, and the dream of peace comes true, we'll all be drinking that free bubble up and eating that rainbow stew. When they find out how to burn water, and the gasoline car is gone, when an airplane flies without any fuel and a satellite heats our home. One of these days when the air clears up and the sun comes shining through, we'll all be drinking that free bubble up and eating that rainbow stew. Eating rainbow stew in a silver spoon underneath the sky of blue. We'll all be drinking that free bubble up and eating that rainbow stew. Just think about what's in store. When people start doing what they ought to be doing, then they won't be booing no more. When a president goes through the White House door and does what he says he'll do, we'll all be drinking that free bubble up and eating that rainbow stew. Eating rainbow stew in a silver spoon underneath that sky of blue. We'll all be drinking that free bubble up and eating that rainbow stew. Yeah, we'll all be drinking that free bubble up and eating that rainbow stew.
Could happen any day now, right?
Did you want to mention that we're going to be over at Pike and Rose this Saturday?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna our well, I guess it was going to be our last farmers market for the year, but then Olney wants us to come do something for Christmas time, but we'll see. It might be cold. Anyway, this Saturday we'll be down at the Pike and Rose at the farmers market there next to Bark Social. So.
Okay, good. Yeah,
and of course, because we need practice, instead of watching the election, we're going to practice tomorrow.
You probably have a lot less anxiety than the rest of us then.
I'm sure it'll be much more enjoyable, yeah.
Yeah, right. Cool. All right. Well, thank you, Mike. And good luck with the gig this weekend. That's going to be outside?
Yes, it is outside. Weather actually should be pretty nice.
Okay. Well, good to know. Okay. Well, everybody go see them down there at Pike and Rose. Okay, let's see. Who's up next? Mr. Mike Rosson. We got you and your budgie. What's going on today?
Yeah, she's always interested in anything I do when I'm vocalizing. She just is attracted to that, I suppose, and she's an attention hog. Here she comes again. There she. I don't know if you can see her or not. She's over here. Anyway. She turns invisible against the green screen, as you can see, or as you can't see. Couple songs, couple standbys for me, because I know I've done these before. Hope it's not ad nauseum, but I'm gonna do them again. I always try to think of something appropriate to the theme, if I can, but also try to think of something new. And my repertoire is very finite. I'm always trying to expand it somewhat, but not like I used to does. Anyway, you've heard these before, so what? This one's about disgruntlement, you could say, which I think is appropriate to the time, the theme. Here we go. I left my home in Tennessee. I thought I'd learn to travel. Then I met a pretty little girl, and soon we played the devil. I loved that girl and she loved me. I thought we'd live together. Then we tied that fatal knot, and now I'm gone forever. Give me back my 15 cents. Give me back my money. Give me back my 15 cents and I'll go home to Mammy. That's 15 cents for the preacher man and $1 for the paper. Then dear old mother-in-law moved in, and Lordy, what a caper. I fiddled a tune for her one day, and she called me a joker. Then that old sow got mad at me and hit me with a poker. Give me back my 15 cents, give me back my money. Give me back my 15 cents and I'll go home to Mammy. She knows that's not allowed. She landed on my head. I've worked in town and I've worked on the farm, but there's no way to suit 'em. They're both so doggone mean to me, somebody ought to shoot 'em. I'm tired of looking at my mother-in-law. I want to see my granny. Gonna leave the state of Arkansas and go back home to Mammy. Give me back my 15 cents. Give me back my money. Give me back my 15 cents and I'll go home to Mammy. Thank you kindly. Speaking of traditional, as you were, Dan, I tried to find the author of that, and apparently it's traditional. I couldn't find any citing that showed the authorship. It seems to me a more modern song than that, but I don't know. 15 cents, that's a long time ago for a marriage certificate. So maybe it is. Someone wrote it somewhere along the line, though. God darn it. And this one, I know y'all have heard this before, but it's my go-to song. This is a very special song to me because I wrote it after years and years of not writing anything, because I can't sit down and write a song. It's got to come to me from a muse. And then I can't wait to write it down, and it all comes out in a flurry. I don't know what goes on there, but this was the first time that happened in years and years, and just after I picked up the ukulele. So anyway, and it's pertinent to the election, at least part of one of the candidates, maybe. Y'all know it well. It's called Everything I Say. Oh, my dearest, I have a secret I must share, or else my heart will break. Oh, alas, this burden I can no longer bear, and so this confession I make. Don't believe anything I tell you, darling, everything I say is a lie. There ain't a single shred of truth in anything I've ever said, it's all been pie in the sky. I told you I was Champagne Charlie, really I'm just six-pack Pete. I told you I roared around town on a Harley, but all I got to roaring is my two flat feet. I go you the clothing and the cars were rented, the names and the places all invented. Baby, when I said it, I really meant it, but everything I say is a lie. Cue the horn. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Everything I say is a lie. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I guess I'm just that kind of guy. I told you I stayed at the Waldorf Astoria, and I was a trader in stocks. But really I live at the Y in Peoria, and I only own 3 pairs of socks. I got the conscience of an alligator. I'm one pernicious prevaricator. I'll tell you something new or true or better, different later. Everything I say is a lie. Oh, but there was one time I really told the truth. On the day we said I do. I know you don't believe me anymore. I wouldn't if I were you. So now you know the reason why. All I ever gave you was an alibi. Cross my heart and hope to die. Everything I say is a lie, I really mean it. Everything I say is a lie, and I'm not kidding. Everything I say is a lie, just being honest. Everything I ever told you was just an outright bald-faced, big, fat, stinking lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. La 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 la.
That's a good one, Mike. I always like that tune.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, very cool. And then going into the la 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 at the end, that's classic.
With apologies to Paul Simon,
Right.
of course.
Yeah, I don't think he needs them. No, thank you.
I would be flattered if I was he.
Right. Yes. Well, very cool. All right, now it is time for us to welcome back a gentleman whom we have missed for a while. Mr. Bill Anderson has been out of touch for us for a while, but we're glad to see you tonight, Bill. Hope everything is going well with you, and glad to see you back there in front of your fireplace again.
Thank you, Dan. It's good to be back. I've missed everybody, and just a whole series of things going on. But among other things, some good news. I'm playing with a couple of people right now, Ann Kruk and Chris Simon, married couple. Ann's a terrific singer. I've always wanted to play with a female singer so I can retreat into backup singing, which is where I'm better, and so I'm enjoying playing with them. We've done sets at Restaurant 198, Olney Winery, King Craft, and a few other places. Charlie Plunkett is really helping us out. So watch the Dan Mack page if you want to come hear us. I put notices on there when we play.
You got anything coming up soon? I know that you had one last Friday, right?
We did have one last Friday. Unfortunately, Ann has gotten kind of sick, and I had to carry that show. I did the 3 hours myself. And by the way, that's a lot of music to sing for 3 hours solo. It's a lot, but I got through it. But we'll be back again, I think, probably after the holidays, Dan, so just keep an eye out, and I think we'll get out and sing a little bit more.
Sounds good.
All right, let's start with, since we're in the folk tune world here, Townes Van Zant's song called If I Needed You. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. In the night forlorn, the morning's born, and the morning shines with the light of love. You will miss sunrise if you close your eyes. That would break my heart in two. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. The lady's with me now since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. But you will agree, she's a sight to see and a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. Thank you. It's based on a nice recording by Emmy Lou Harris and Don Williams. They do a beautiful duet of that tune. Dan, one of the things I did while I was gone and that I managed to miss you all is I took a care package down to the son of some friends of ours who was in Asheville. And he was working 20-hour shifts at the hospital during the hurricane and came back to an apartment that had no power, no heat, nothing. And so I went down to help him out. And it's, I don't know if any of you have tried to travel down there. It is a god-awful mess in that place. Just unbelievable, the destruction and what's happened to the town. The whole downtown doesn't have water, so I had to drive outside of the town to get any food. So I don't know if you ever have if you know anyone down there, you might reach out and see if you can help them out. Somebody needs to write a song about that, I guess. All right, next song is a Norah Jones tune. I like Norah Jones a lot. There's some of her songs. This is called Don't Know Why. Waited till I saw the sun. Don't know why I didn't come. Left you by the house of fun. Don't know why I didn't come. Don't know why I didn't come. When I saw the break of day, I wish that I could fly away. Instead, kneeling in the sand, catching teardrops in my hands. My heart is drenched in wine. You've been on my mind, my mind forever. Out across the endless sea, I would die in ecstasy. But I'll be a bag of bones, driving down the road alone. My heart is drenched in wine. You'll be on my mind forever. Something has to make you run. Don't know why I didn't come. I feel as empty as a drum. Don't know why I didn't come. Don't know why I didn't come. Don't know why I didn't come. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's a nice tune. Our band does that. You're definitely a much faster tempo than what we're taking.
By the way, Old Gods of Appalachia have put out an EP called Hurricane Relief for Hurricane Helene. And Eric Church has put a song out as well. So there are songs out there now.
Good.
All right, excellent, good. And Bill, we are to congratulate you on your humanitarian efforts on the behalf of the folks in Asheville and all the rest of us out here who would like to participate in some way with that as well. So thanks for doing that.
No problem. It was a hoot driving down there. I'll tell you, 3 hours to drive the 1 hour trip into Asheville.
All right, well, the show is coming to a close here, and we are going to welcome back Mr. Rob Gould, who has also not been with us for a while. Rob, you need to unmute yourself. And we also are going to congratulate Rob on your various and sundry marvelous happenings, like a Grammy nomination and being on Tony Kornheiser's show, and next to winning the lottery, I guess, and winning the Nobel Peace Prize. So we'll just
Yeah,
wait
well,
for that.
I didn't mention the thing about the Peace Prize. They told me, to keep it on the hush hush. So more on that as we go. It's funny. I was listening how beautiful it was to listen to Bill's song, the Norah Jones tune. It's just so beautiful and so sweet. It's almost like that should have been the last song of the night. And then I'm going to go like ruin everything with these topical songs. I just thought I'd sing. I was trying really to avoid writing topical songs, but it seemed like it's oozing out of me. I'll sing the first one's from sort of the summer, so it's relatively new and late summer, and it's called Doing Fine. And it was like right after I'd been ill for like 3 weeks, and so it's on my mind when people say, "How are you doing?" Not to burden them, be going, "I'm doing fine." But it was also to just try to at least a glancing blow at the situation broadly we're in, but more of trying to maintain some kind of philosophical detachment and sense of humor. I could hear it when I'm singing it now. And then there's this last couple of weeks. So it's actually Kate and I are in California on vacation and traveling and with family and things. And I said, well, that'd be great, so I can distract myself from the situation. And then, of course, when I'm writing a song, I write a song all about the situation. I said, go figure. That's what we do, I guess. But the second one is pretty much brand new, and that is that's going to be called Will the Center Hold? And that is, an allusion to William Butler Yeats' famous poem, The Second Coming, where it says in part, things fall apart, the center will not hold. So first, the wry detachment effort called Doing Fine. Well, I went to the doctor, she said, don't you worry. But if you got a lot you want to do, well, I would hurry. But I don't buy no green bananas, just pick the ripe ones from the bin. So I'm doing fine for the shape I'm in. Now there are people, they are so full of hate, they're busting a scene now. And they're right, it's so wrong. Oh, there ain't no in between now. If you ask me how bad they're making me feel, well, I wouldn't know where to begin. But I'm doing fine for the shape I'm in. Now even if I believed in a heaven above waiting for me when my days are past, well, I wouldn't be rushing head of the line. I want to spend some more time hoping that by science I've been misled, and in the end everything is gonna work out fine. So I'm just paying my rent like Leonard in the Tower of Song. Oh, I don't need a view, don't expect I'll be there all that long. But if you're humming something I'm gonna leave behind, well, I'll count that a win, and I'm doing fine for the shape I'm in. Oh, I am doing fine for the shape I'm in. So, in the words of Leonard Cohen, since I allude to him in the last song, you want it darker? So this is Will the Center Hold? Well, I'm thinking about the state of world affairs, and I look round this bar and it seems like no one cares. They're just sipping their margaritas, complaining if they're too cold. And I'm thinking they'll do whatever they are told. And I wonder, will the center hold? Will I tell the truth when it's much more fun to lie? Especially when you're thinking it's helping you get by. The world should be your oyster. That's the bill of goods you've been sold. And you're looking just like another mind to mold. And I wonder, will the center hold? Well, I dreamed I was walking down Main Street when the bully boys rolled by, and they called out, "Are you nervous now that the old rules don't apply?" Well, they say in the movies the bad guys never win. Well, maybe that's so, but only in the end. I only got so much future that I will see unfold. And right now the bad guys are running for the gold. And I wonder, who will the center hold? Oh, I wonder, who will the center
Well, thank you, Rob. We we can always count on you to be topical and give us some reason to go out and have a drink, right?
I would recommend more than one.
You have the most wonderful way of writing songs that are terrific and make us all feel really bad.
Well, I
Those are both really good, Rob. You just got the touch, buddy. I'm going to tell you.
okay. Well, thank you. I know that's what I said. I really should have gone, second to last or something. But it's just like, well, let's. Could you do the Nora Jones song again? Anyway, it was great. I wanted to say that we're on November 14th, not too far in the future, at Out of the Way Cafe, 7 to 10, the first gig of the Bogey Boys, which includes me, John Troop, Steve Ekstrom, and Greg Marsh, singing mostly originals, rotating our originals around and singing some covers too at Out of the Way Cafe. The Bogey Boys.
So you're playing together as an ensemble?
An ensemble.
Oh, great.
Ensemble.
Yeah, very
Ensemble.
Does the name relate to Humphrey?
No. This is the Bogey Boys, as in we can't make pars.
Okay.
But that's great. I like that. The Bogey Boys would be great. I mean, if we had a couple of bacalls, singing backups, and we would play.
That would be
good.
good.
Start smoking Camels too. So
Oh yeah, right. Well, anyway, it's great to. I just wanted to say, since I went last, it was really great to listen to everybody again and see y'all. I really enjoyed it. I do teach on Mondays, unfortunately. And that'll be over in December, so maybe I'll be back a little bit more often.
well, we're always glad when you can join us, Rob,
Yeah.
as we are for everybody else. So you guys, we intend to be back here in 2 weeks, which would be the 18th of November, I believe. So hopefully we'll see as many of you as possible who can make it, and maybe some others, and we'll grab your friends and make them join. So thanks
All right,
again.
fingers crossed, people.
That's right.
Take care.
We'll see you next time around, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Take care. Stay safe.